Halloween, y'all, and welcome to All Indiana Bets Week 8 right here. Oh, man, we are going to make you some money. I am Dolly Parton, in for my girl, McKinzie Roth.
Hey, I'm 1992 Billy Ray Cyrus, and I'm hoping those Tennessee Titans don't break this achy, breaky heart of mine.
This is the gambler, Benny Rogers, Kenny's cousin. And I took a time off to do this show, and it's coming up right now.
Let's make some money, Billy Ray.
Come on, y'all.
This is All Indiana Bets, presented for the people, powered by Caesars Sportsbook and LUNAZUL Tequila. Feed the wolf.
Happy Halloween. Every day we're amazed they have given us a television show. This is awesome. How y'all feeling?
During commercial break, the rendition of Islands in the Stream that Dolly and Kenny was fantastic.
And more to come. Well, you know, we have definitely gotten into this holiday spirit. We hope you have too. We're so happy you're here. Guys, we have a lot to get to coming up, but we got to get to the gigantic game happening shortly here.
This is such an awesome night, right?
Yes.
Not only do we have Halloween, and we're in the spirit, you've got a potential deciding game in the World Series, and what could be the biggest game of the Colts season today. Now, gambler, I'm not one for hyperbole, but if the Colts lose, that's all she wrote.
Right.
Look, you're gonna hear, and I'm a method actor. I'll be doing the whole show this way. Probably, I've been working on this all week.
This show will be 5 hours
Benny
long.
Rogers, I just hope my picks win because I got 4 hungry children and a crop in the field.
Hey, before we give our picks for today's huge showdown between the Colts and the Titans, let's get a last-minute report live from Lucas Oil Stadium. That's where we find our own Charlie Clifford, Olivia Ray, with this week's Checkdown.
Good morning, guys. Charlie Clifford, Olivia Ray. It feels like a must-win for the Colts. You win, you're within a game of the Titans. If not, you're 3 games back. Plus the tiebreaker goes to Tennessee. You already know all about that. Let's get to the injuries this morning. What's the latest on the Colts end, Olivia?
Well, we just saw T.Y. Hilton. He's in the building wearing a mask. It's Halloween. He's in for today against the Titans. We also have Braden Smith back. This is the first time this O-line has been fully intact this entire season. Of course, Braden Smith went down week 1. Eric Fisher didn't come back till week 2. So healthy O-line, that's good news.
On the Titans end, Julio Jones, star wide receiver, out with the hamstring injury. Also, Rashaan Evans, second leading tackler. He will sit as well. And remember, the Titans offensive line, 3rd string left tackle. So those are major points. And we might have Dio Odangbo, the Colts' second-round pick.
Hurricane Dio making landfall.
Let's go. We're ready after the monsoon in San Francisco. Roof is opening here shortly. Enjoy your Week 8 action.
All right, thank you guys so much. We love when that roof is open. Okay, so with the Titans sitting at 5-2 and the Colts at 3-4, this game could very well decide the division, as we mentioned. Now let's take a look at the current odds to win the AFC South. Tennessee, heavy favorite at minus 525. Colts currently sitting at plus 360. Now, Scott, I want to know, how intrigued are you by that value on Indy?
Go back, week 3, I was discussing this exact thing. Take the Colts at that point, was around 400. I still like it. If you like the Colts to win today, put money on that. I mean, the whole thing flips over. Tennessee's schedule gets harder. The Colts gets easier. I'm looking at myself in the screen. It's really hard to be serious. but believe the gambler. Believe the gambler if you don't believe Scott.
I'm with you on that one. This is the week you're going to get the value on the Indianapolis Colts, right? Because after this week, you either tell them goodbye because you're no longer in the mix to win the AFC South, or they got a shot to win this thing and the odds will creep closer to the house. So if you're somebody that feels like this is a game the Colts are going to win, now is the time to strike to get the best value possible for the Colts to win the AFC South.
I love it. Now, before we make our picks for the big game, Hammer, last week you told us to take the over on Jonathan Taylor and total yards. That one easily hit. Now, what Colts prop bet do you have for this game?
Well, I'm not one to bang my own drum here, but we've hit the last 4 of these in a row. So, bang, 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 let's go. Now, if you've ever been to a casino and you're rolling at the blackjack table, you don't walk away, right? If you're at Indiana Grand Casino and you're playing blackjack and you're winning, you don't walk away from a heater. And right now, Jonathan Taylor is my heater. You can get over or under 15.5 carries, just carries for Jonathan Taylor. If it's under 15.5 carries, we should all meet at Frank Reich's house tonight and demand an explanation. Get the over on this, make that bet, and that is my Colts prop bet for today. Jonathan Taylor over 15.5 carries.
Oh, Billy Ray, you always do it so nice. All right, so now it's time to let's play some bets, shall we, fellas? All right, let's get into our first one.
Can I ask something, though?
Yeah.
That whole walk away from a heater, that sounds like a song. Oh, wait, somebody wrote it. Don't walk away, don't run.
You got to know when to hold them.
Know when to fold them. That's what I'm going to tell you. Johnny Taylor. I don't even call him Jonathan. I don't call him
Johnny.
If your name is Jonathan, you will always be Johnny or JJ. That's what I say. Okay, go ahead.
You got a game on the Colts and Titans?
I do. Yes, sir.
Come on, Kenny, step it up.
Come on, Kenny.
No, this is as good as Kenny has gotten in many years. I will tell you, I love the Colts in this one. I'm just going to come out of the voice right here. This was my best bet of the year when the spread was plus 1.5 Colts. This is the biggest line move, I believe, of the whole season. It was like Vegas put the line and said the Colts should be underdogs, and then reality stepped in. This is one of those rare games where not only the public didn't like the Titans, even the smart money. So I love the Colts. I loved them a lot more at minus or plus 1.5. But as long as you can get it under 3, I think you're going to go to the register with money in your hands afterwards.
All right. Hammer, what you got?
So the Colts game is a no play for me because I don't like what the line has done. Like Scott has said, the Colts went from being the dogs to favorites here. I'm out. But since it's Halloween, since we're in costume, you want to get a little crazy, Donnie?
Yes.
You want to get nuts?
Let's get nuts.
The Chicago Football Bears. Yes, the Chicago Bears. They are getting 4 points against San Francisco. I saw Jimmy Garoppolo's act last week. I've seen it all year. I'm not on the Jimmy G train like Dolly is over here. I don't know if the Bears win this game, but I think they have a better chance of winning because their head coach, Matt Nagy, will not be there today. So give me the Bears, give me 4 points, let's get nuts. Here we go.
All right, that's what we like to do. Hey, we are not done talking Colts versus Titans quite yet. Coming up on the other side of the break, we're going to take a closer look at the total. Is 51 enough points? We're going to discuss. Don't go anywhere.
All Indiana Bets is presented by LUNAZUL Tequila. Feed the wolf.
We are so glad you're here with us on this Halloween. Welcome back to All Indiana Bets. Guess what? We're less than an hour away from kickoff at Lucas Oil Stadium. Colts hosting the Titans in a huge AFC South showdown. Now, Indianapolis is a 1.5-point favorite. We've already talked about the spread, you guys, but let's focus now on the total. It's set at 51, and these are two of the hottest offenses in the NFL right now. So the question is, 51 points, is it enough? What do you guys think about this?
You want a hot take from me?
I want a hot take from you, Billy Ray.
I don't know.
Oh?
I really don't.
This is a
Sometimes it's okay not to bet on a game, right? This is a no play for me because the line has completely gone off the rails, and this over-under, it feels about right to me. Sometimes if you're just playing for fun, you can put some money down. Gun to my head, I'd probably go over in this game.
Okay.
But if I'm just playing to try to win as much money possible, this is a pass from me. Sometimes the odds makers get things absolutely right. If that makes me gutless, then you can kiss my achy breaky backside.
I wish I had a more eloquent answer. What I would share with
More eloquent than that?
Kiss my achy breaky backside?
No, I don't. Here's what I would tell you right now. Oh my gosh, every time I look at this is just a nightmare. Please, let's burn the tapes after this. But what I would share is I put a lot of time into these picks, if the show's off or not. But this week, I've been spending more time looking for this outfit, trying to find a cowboy hat. I got no idea on the over-under. Go do it on your own.
All right, let's get some more picks. Let's do some more bets.
Let's do some ones that we feel pretty confident
Okay,
about.
yeah,
Can we do
we
that?
want to make some people some money on this Halloween. We got candy to buy.
So my first pick was the Chicago Bears. And now I'm coming at you with the Detroit Lions.
Oh, God.
What?
The Bears and the Lions, dogs living with cats, total anarchy. I like the Lions in this spot. Look, the Lions are not going to go 0-17. They're not the worst team I've ever seen. They're going to win a game, maybe two, somewhere along the line. This feels like this is a good spot for Detroit. Getting 3 points in a game against a team that really doesn't have a dynamic quarterback or a dynamic offense. I'll scoop up the Lions here for the mere fact that they've got to win sooner or later, and this is a good spot.
All right, Scott, what say you?
Did this show get changed to all NFC North bets? Because that's serious. Okay. The mayor of Beech Grove has spoken. I mean, look at him right here.
I mean, yeah, he's in
What's great
full
about Halloween in
attire.
Beech Grove, Indiana, my hometown, is when you walk into that Speedway gas station on Churchman, you have to play that game of Halloween costume or everyday attire.
I love that you had this cut off in your closet.
I have this. I may or may not have worn this the Speedway gas thing.
Yeah, I feel like we dressed up and somebody else just kind of showed up.
Got a mullet
Okay,
wig.
what's my pick? I don't even know. Oh my gosh, what? I have no right to say anything to you. I am taking the Jaguars.
Look out.
I did it last week. They covered. Things are kind of turning around. What I would tell you is, I call Urban Meyer now, I call him the special teams star because he's part of the all hands team.
Hi-oh. The gambler's got jokes.
He does. Well, I was on a lot of Vegas stages, you know. Take the Jaguars, the Seahawks. We saw the crap show that they were performing on national TV last week. I'll take Trevor Lawrence all day versus Geno Smith. And I think Pete Carroll's starting to get exposed that Russell Wilson maybe was the true answer and the reason they're winning so many games.
Can I point something out real quick?
Yes.
I get a lot of guff, as
do.
you would say, for
Guff.
being the Beech Grove hillbilly here.
Yes.
Yeah.
You say Jaguars, like with a hard W. Do you say Washington too? Like the Indiana is coming out of the Iowa kid
Wash.
here.
I guess I probably did.
Jaguars,
Jaguars.
Washington. I want to get my car washed.
I like
I
it.
think it's the hat.
How do you guys say Jolene? Jolene?
No, you can't.
Okay, I cannot say
No,
that. Okay.
Jolene will do things Dolly won't do.
All right, time for another break on that point right there. Stick around though. Scott's favorite segment, it's Kenny's favorite segment. It's the long shot with Scott/Kenny. It's going to
do
be
it.
a lot. Plus, Hammer, you're going to show how to turn $5 into 60.
Magic.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
The Long Shot, presented for the people by Caesars Sportsbook.
Welcome back to All Indiana Bets. Billy Red Kenny. I will always love you.
Now, maybe we can go down that Old Town Road and
No, Billy
Lucille
Ray.
will be there.
Absolutely not.
I can do this all day. I can do this all day.
Happy Halloween. We are
This
so
is the
glad you're
show
here.
you want to do, actually.
In this attire.
In this attire.
Don't take your love to town.
Don't
We got a
do-
full show ahead of us.
All right, let's get right to it. Scott, your favorite segment. You've been waiting for this. It's the long
yes.
shot, and we're pumped for this. All right, which dog do you like this week?
I'm going to put on my
it's gotta
glasses.
get official.
Very
Here we go.
dramatic.
It's time to get
Flex.
serious.
I like a couple teams down in the South.
It's like if Ricky Vaughn and Kenny Rogers had a kid right here.
Things have went up and down in my life. I lost a chicken chain. Don't bring up Boston Market today. Saints +4 is the answer. You might be like, well, the Buccaneers, they're the best team in football, and I love saying the Buccaneers. It feels good. Saints, though, are going to go marching in. Somebody should write a song about that, too. The defense of the Saints is where it's at. The Buccaneers have been kind of floating a lot of their wins. I'm not believing in all of them. I believe in the Saints. I believe in their coaching. And I'm going to hold my nose to Jameis Winston, but this is a big game for Jameis. He is going back home. Let's pray.
Okay, all right. So you got the Saints with famous Jameis here. I'm going to do something that has never happened before.
Oh, Lord.
History is going to be made today. Get the champagne ready. Get ready to celebrate. I'm going to win an Atlanta Falcons bet.
No.
What?
In my lifetime, I have never ever won a bet on the Atlanta Falcons. That changes today. The Panthers are a hot mess. They're trying to trade for Deshaun Watson. They don't know what they want to do tomorrow, let alone today. I like the Falcons here. The Falcons, -3. This game just smells like history in the making. Get the champagne on ice. If the Braves win tonight, that'll just be a fraction of the celebration you'll see at the Hammer House as I win my first ever Falcons bet.
Is that what that smelling? That smells Max body spray.
I got to say, last week I bet on the Falcons, and this man said, don't bet on the Falcons. They never win. I am winning the bet. Last play of the game, field goal, I pushed the game. So I didn't lose it. That's the best you could hope for in a Falcons game. Go ahead.
Well, you know what the best is? That you can still be a baller on a budget. Okay, so for those of you who don't know what it is, it's a 4-leg parlay you can only get from this man right here, Jason Hammer, AKA Billy Ray, right here on All Indiana Bet. So $5 is all you need, and if it hits, we're going to a Sizzler, right, Billy?
We're going to Sizzler, we're going to Ponderosa, we're going down an Old Town Road. And here's what we're looking at today. I do like the Colts on the money line. The point spread spooked me out. I like the money line here. We'll lay 14 with the Bills against the Dolphins. That's a big number, but I do like Buffalo with 2 touchdowns. In every facet of the game, a better team. I'm with Scott here. I like the Jags getting 4. And look at this number, 16. 16 in an NFL game. And yes, they're going to cover. The Rams taking on the Texans. Every time the Texans have been a massive double-digit underdog, they have failed to cover. That continues today. That is your ballin' on a budget. $5 to win 55. You'll win some money, and then you can buy all the on-sale Halloween candy your heart desires.
Oh, can't wait for that. Thank you very much, sir. Well, we've already given you plenty of winners today, but there's still more to come. Jason, Scott, they're ready to give you the best bets of the day and your larceny locks. That's what they are. They're coming up next.
The Larceny Lock is brought to you by Larceny Bourbon. Steal a taste.
Is good. Life is good. I mean, it's Halloween, it's Sunday Fun Day. Welcome back. We're happy that you're here. Okay, thanks for staying with us. After these picks, you'll be happy that you're here because these are going to make you tons of money. Okay, we call these the Larceny Locks. Basically, These are the ones, the sure bets that are going to make you a ton of cash. Who wants to start off?
I'll start off.
All right.
And I can't believe we're drinking all this Jaguar Kool-Aid here today.
I know.
Scott's picked them. I've got them in the ballin' on a budget. And I'm going to take a different direction here. We're going to go over 44.5. Trevor Lawrence has been getting better and better every single week. And Urban Meyer has been finding out new ways to use him. They'll run him. They'll roll him out on the bootleg here. And ever since Urban got that little lap dance in Columbus, the Jags have been playing a lot better ball. Fade Geno Smith as much as you can, but I do think against a bad Jacksonville defense, he'll put a few points up. So 44.5 feels doable here. I'm going over 44.5.
Okay, Scott?
I want to be serious here. I'm going to pull my hat down.
Uh-oh.
I feel like a serious gambler, like I'm at the World Series of Poker right here. I'm Doyle Bramlett.
Doyle Bramlett?
Yeah, that's my costume next year. It'll be the same hat. Vikings. You're looking, girl, like, well, the Cowboys are the hottest team in football, especially against the spread. 6-0 against the spread this year, the Cowboys. This is the week. The Cowboys are not going to go 17-0 against the spread. I know the Cowboys. This is the time of the year when the Cowboys start to fade. They start to fade. The Vikings are a great home team. Unlike the Colts, they're smart enough to keep the roof on because they can't undo the roof. But part of it has to do with the sound will be amazing. You know, like Game of Thrones or whatever they do with that sound. And it's more than just sound. The Vikings are a talented team. The Cowboys are a little over their skis, and who knows how Dak's going to play if he plays at all. So I like the Vikings. The Vikings are a good spread team up until this past year. They're back on schedules.
Man, Jim Irsay can't win with the roof, can he? Like, if he opens it up, you got Scott giving him all kinds of stuff.
know.
What are you doing? The noise is going to get out. And if he has it closed, taxpayers. We paid for a retractable
Open
roof.
it up.
Dude can't win.
That's true. It's a lose-lose.
I've
pitch.
seen
All right.
his life. It seems like he's winning.
He is. He's winning
I
at
think
life.
he's doing fine.
You guys ready for something new? You want to try something?
Oh.
It's something new.
Well,
I like that.
Let's do something new, Dolly.
It's a new segment, y'all. We like to call Love It or Leave It. All right,
Love it
here
or
on-
leave it. You
Yes,
better
love
can't
it or
wait.
leave it. All right, so
You better
basically,
hit bullseye. The kid don't play.
I'm going to give the guys a bet. They're going to tell you whether they love the odds or if they just leave it alone. And they
Okay.
want nothing to do with it.
Okay.
You ready?
Let's
All
do
right,
it.
let's go.
Sounds
Up
fun.
first, we got the Colts defense. Been on fire when it comes to forcing turnovers. The Maniac is a big reason why. Okay, they're just 7 games. Darius Leonard has already forced 5 turnovers. Leonard currently listed at plus 6,500 to win the NFL's Defensive Player of the Year award. So, Hammer, from you, I want to know, is this worth putting your pennies on?
Nope, not
No?
at all. Not even close. Not even close. Give this thing the Heisman Trophy stiff arm. I like Darius Leonard. I dig Darius Leonard. He is going to be a Pro Bowl player for years to come, but he's not going to win the NFL Defensive Player of the Year. Usually, you have to have monster numbers to do this. You have to be on a team that's in first place, that's winning, and you have to be polarizing. And more often than not, it helps to be from a bigger market. So as good as Darius Leonard is here, it's not a slide on him. I just know how this thing plays out. Nope, not for me.
Scott, what about you?
You nailed it on the last one. You got to be in a bigger market. Think about all these New York Giants guys that make the Hall of Fame, you know. They're pretty good defensive players. And then we've got guys like Freeney and Mathis that probably are going to struggle always to get there. Indianapolis, we got to come to grips on this one. Unless you're Peyton Manning or that 1 year with Bob Sanders, you're not going to probably be winning any national awards. You can't bet that.
All right, you guys, I got another one. Despite Hammer calling them frauds last week, Cincinnati Bengals, routed the Baltimore Ravens to take over first place in the always tough AFC North. But the Ravens still the favorites to win the division at minus 105. Cincinnati currently listed at plus 250. Hammer, what do you think? You gonna love it? Leave it? What's the move?
Why are we going to Hammer, by the way? I said, well, let's show the clip of him. They're frauds.
They're
They're frauds,
frauds.
Scott. You don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
He did call him fraud.
You know who Scott is? Scott's the guy that gets a lead early in a game and starts bumping his gums and then loses it in tremendous fashion at the end of the game. Congratulations, Bengals. Here's your participation trophy. You won a road game in the division, and now you're in first place. You won't be there at the end of the season, so I think you already know what I'm doing with this one. No. Again, I like the quarterback. Burrow is a bad, bad man, and he's tough as nails. He's got his receiver with him. They're going to be a problem for a while, but they're not winning the division this year. No, not at all.
I'm going to just be cashing checks at the end of the year. I got them at almost 500, plus 500, the Bengals, just 2 weeks ago. Now it's way different. I still like the Bengals. I don't know. It's going to be between them and the Ravens. The Browns have so many injury problems. And what I loved about last week was you were on fire. You picked Jason was killing it every pick after pick. He lost one. That was our bet. I have not lost a bet this year. You have not won one against me. And what was the deal, McKenzie?
Now you were acting like this was a torturous bet. I drink a kale smoothie. It's got spinach, good stuff in it. And this was the loser had to drink my smoothie that I have every morning. And it's delicious.
Oh,
it's healthy.
look at this.
So these two have Diet Mountain Dew and candy for breakfast. So
it's Halloween. That's what you
Oh,
do.
this smells atrocious. This is awful. I went 4-1 last week. I'm 22-11 picking
up.
games against the spread here.
Bottoms up,
and yet
Bill
I'm
Ray.
the one that has the punishment here.
bottoms up.
Hey, hold on, Hammer.
Oh, that is awful.
You know what?
How do
Here,
you drink this?
Let's have a little bit of this. This
yeah,
probably will help.
yeah.
But
Pour some of that.
this is the high brand
happy
here
juice
too.
in here. If I'm going to have to drink
smell
this
it.
thing, I'm going to need to get a little bit of the
There we go.
LUNAZUL Tequila in here.
That's a
Okay,
Halloween
here we
drink.
I
go.
like y'all pouring a little cup of ambition.
Us country
man.
singers lack a little bit of the Evan Williams before performance.
I think
Do you
that's
think the
delicious.
real Billy Ray Cyrus has ever had kale before?
He probably has.
That was fun, though. I like Love It or Leave It. I like you paying up on your bets. And coming up next, we've got another fun game to play. It's called Prop, Lock, or Drop It. We're going to make you some money with some prop bets. Coming up next. More. Sunday fun days.
Who wants a bloody buddy?
Who wants a bloody buddy?
Who wants a bloody buddy?
Happy Halloween. As always, we are so happy that you're here. Billy Ray, Kenny, how you feeling?
Billy Ray Cyrus feels pretty good. Kenny Rogers, the gambler, you feeling all right?
Kenny likes everything but this thing. I don't know what that is, but it ain't part of my drinks.
All right, well, hey, to all the Huey fans out there, it's time to play your favorite game, Prop, Lock, or Drop It. So we're going to tell you all these prop bets so you can make some money, and these are your favorites.
Yes. So if you don't feel good about betting on a total of a game or on the point spread, you can go with individual players and you can win some money that way.
All right, that's it. Well, first up, we got, we'll do Jaguars QB, Trevor Lawrence, to go over under 240.5 passing yards against the Seattle Seahawks. Hammer.
I don't know what happened today when I woke up, but all of a sudden, I'm drinking that Jaguars Kool-Aid, baby, and it tastes good. 240 yards passing for Trevor Lawrence. I'm in on this one. I'm going to lock this one in. I told you earlier, he's getting more comfortable. The game's slowing down for him. And if you don't think Trevor Lawrence is good, because I've seen that on Twitter, look at what Clemson's been like this year.
Yeah.
The dude's for real. Take the over.
All right, taking the over on that. Next up, we have Eagles.
No, next up is me. I want to comment.
Sometimes you don't like.
I
Okay,
hate I used to hate this segment. Then last week I got on it, and I made my first pick ever. The worst game Patrick Mahomes has ever had in his life, and I was on it. I was never even close. So I'm back on hating this segment. Go ahead, finish
we'd
it.
like you to be part of it.
I'm a loser.
All right, here's up next. You can jump in if you want.
No.
Eagles wide receiver, we've got Devontae Smith, over or under 4.5 catches against the Lions.
Oh, we're going to ride the lightning here. We're going over.
Ooh.
He is starting to show that he is the go-to target on this Eagles team. I'm not a big Jalen Hurts guy. I don't know if he's the answer at quarterback, but Devontae Smith, over 4.5 receptions. I'm in on this one, and lock that in. Lock it in.
Locking it in. Ooh, I like this one. The last one is a revenge game. We got Saints QB, Jameis Winston, over under 1.5 passing touchdowns against his former team, the Bucs, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
All right, so everything in my being wanted to hitch my wagon to Jameis Winston here. Because if you feel like the Saints are going to be competitive, he's going to have to score. If you feel like the Saints are going to get blown out, you start getting behind, you throw the ball, you get a garbage time touchdown. All the numbers point to taking the over here. But when I worked at the casino, a good friend of mine who's an odds maker set me down and once told me, son, do you really want to put your hard-earned money on Jameis Winston? And that has resonated with me my entire life. Because of that speech, I cannot take this one. I'm going to drop this one against everything that I stand for, but I'll always remember those words. Son, do you really want to put your hard-earned money on Jameis Winston?
That was one of my picks. I did put my hard-earned money on it. I'm locking this drink, though. This is awesome. The Bloody Buddy.
The Bloody
The
Buddy.
Bloody Buddy. It's wise to drink
Halloween.
it. If you want to be wise when it comes to sports betting, we are going to tell you a little something from our guy, Ryan Kramer, the wise guy. He's up next. Don't go anywhere.
Hey, welcome back to All Indiana Bets, everyone. Peter Hood, producer of the show and new host of the Wise Guys segment. You know that face already. Ryan Kramer, host of the Sports Gambling Podcast, joins us. All right, Ryan, you've had a chance now to examine the board a little bit for NFL Week 8. What jumps out at you? What's the first play what we're looking at this week?
It's funny you said that. I did have a lot of time to analyze the board, but it's the first play I saw when I looked at the board Sunday night and I saw the Indianapolis Colts were an underdog to the Tennessee Titans. I said, well, wait a second. That is not right. I am shocked to see this number's now come around. Indy is now laying a point and a half. Tennessee is coming off two massive wins. Buffalo, Kansas City. I know this is a divisional game, but it's a natural letdown spot. They're 3-7 on the road over their last 10 trips to Indy. And quite frankly, this Colts team, ever since they lost to the Titans week 3, they are 4-0 against the spread. They are on the rise. And as much as I hate to say it, Carson Wentz looks like an NFL franchise quarterback. So I'm going to lay the points with the Colts here. And if you want to have some fun, Colts plus 400 to win the AFC South is out there. And I really like that right now.
Oh, Ryan knows his audience. Just got some major brownie points with all of our viewers here in Indianapolis. I love it. What else do you like this week, Ryan?
For the second game, I'm going to take you to something that's a little chalkier, a little bit more public. But anytime I hear a quarterback talking about how he's not wanted, I circle that team and I say, hey, this might be a team that's going to quit on their coach, on their quarterback. The Miami Dolphins, Brian Flores, he's not the coach we thought he was. Tua is not the quarterback we thought he was. Coming off a game where he shredded the worst pass defense in the league, the Atlanta Falcons. Now it's going to get a little tougher against that Buffalo Bills defense, who shockingly sits atop the DVOA defensive ranking. So we're going to lay the 13.5. Even if it gets to 14, I think we still lay the points because I could see this one getting out of control. Like we've seen some of the Buffalo games before. That video game Madden offense goes to town. I think they win this in a landslide.
Yeah, and Buffalo coming off a bye, coming off a loss as well. You got to figure they'll be pretty angry and ready to go. Ryan, tell the folks where they can find you and where they can best reach you.
Yeah, you got to check us out, the Sports Gambling Podcast, Sports Gambling Podcast Network. We got every single sport covered. Check out our website, sportsgamblingpodcast.com. And, of course, it's all in the app, SGPN. All
right, that's the wise guy, Ryan Kramer. McKinzie, going to send it back over to you.
All right, thanks.
McKinzie, I want to take this just so people know. We record those Fridays. Now that Peter, our producer, he only works Monday through Friday, the kid. He's got, I guess, some kind of, I don't know, Pee Wee soccer tournament or something that he plays on the weekend.
Come on.
So he got, Ryan was a genius. He got the Colts as a underdog. I've taken him as a favorite. Okay. And Hammer, you're getting stuff.
Yeah. What's coming in hot?
So again, we love to interact with everybody. We're all on social media.
Of course.
You're the queen of Instagram. I live on Twitter, and we're available to be found in multiple ways. You can check our names out under the screen. Marvine writes in, love the costumes. Scott, you need to keep the cowboy hat. It looks good on you.
Ooh, very nice.
Michael Clark writes in, Hammer looks like Larry the Cable Guy in drag.
I see that.
Get her done.
Get her done. You're so pretty. All right, you guys, we got to get to our final picks.
All right.
What you got?
Scott, why don't you lead us off here?
You know what? I'm just going to quickly tell you that the Chargers are the better team. Okay, I agree with that. But when it comes down to Bill Belichick, as Hammer mentioned last week, and I agree with it, when he faces a young quarterback, he takes advantage of it. I think this can be a super close game. I wouldn't be surprised if the Chargers are maybe a 3-point winner in this. Take the 4, go with the money on the Patriots.
And I'm going to go to Monday Night Football. I'm going to buy the Chiefs now. The Chiefs are low. I'm going to buy low on the Chiefs. And 10 points, it's double digits. It's on the road. Normally that creeps me out, but the Giants can't score, and the Chiefs are too good to be this bad this long. So I'll lay 10 with Kansas City on Monday night.
All right, I like it, Billy. I like it, Kenny. All right, well, when we come back, in honor of Halloween, we're going to visit O'Reilly's Irish Bar and Restaurant. We're going to learn how to make a very unique LUNAZUL Bloody Mary on the rocks. It's next. Don't go anywhere.
On the Rocks is brought to you by LUNAZUL Tequila. Feed the wolf.
Hello, friends. Brent Holberson here with Heaven Hill Brands, coming to you live today from the beautiful downtown O'Reilly's location. We got two great gentlemen here going to walk us through a wonderful cocktail. We got Mr. Bernie Lovers, a brand ambassador, and one of the proprietors here, Mr. Joel Reitz. Gentlemen, how are we?
Welcome, guys. Welcome.
Doing great. I understand you're going to make a Ave Maria. With
we're going to
LUNAZUL Tequila.
We have a tequila Bloody Mary.
There you go.
Generally called the Bloody Maria with tequila.
Right.
I made this special. I blended up a couple of fresh avocados with 32 ounces of Bloody Mary mix. Add some LUNAZUL, chili powder rim on the glass. You see how you like it.
Are there tortilla chip garnishes with this?
Always an option.
Always an option at O'Reilly's. LUNAZUL, a Blanco tequila, a steak grown agave. Look at that. That is nice. Family-owned tequila distillery in Mexico. Partnership with our owners.
Gentlemen, the Ave Maria.
Super. There you go, Brent. Give that a try.
Well, thank you.
Ooh.
That is a outstanding cocktail. Come down and join the guys here at O'Reilly, and thank you very much for joining us on the rocks. Cheers.
All right, so before we get to Kenny Rogers' picks here, by the way, I love the movie Six Pack. Saw that at the drive-in when I was a kid.
That was a long time ago. There are no six-packs happening here.
Love will turn you around, and these picks will win you some money. Here we go. I am looking at the Chicago Bears. Yes, do not adjust your television. Matt Nagy's not there. I like the fact that he's not there, and this is kind of a fate of Jimmy Garoppolo. Take the Bears in the points. History will be made. I will win my first ever bet with the Atlanta Falcons. That's happening today. Write it down.
Yeah, right.
The Lions, do not adjust your screen. They're not going to go 0-17. They're not. And they're getting 3 points in a game at home. I like the Lions. We're going to go over 44.5, Seattle and Jacksonville. Jacksonville's got a bad defense, but they got a pretty decent offense lately. I'm going to go over on this one. And Monday night, we got the Chiefs laying 10. They're too good to be this bad too long. Those are my picks.
Leave these up. Oh, can we see those? Is it too late? Those are Hammer's playoff teams this year right there. Here we go. Now, here's a playoff team if they win today. This is it. The Colts have nothing else to figure out. We all know, the Titans know, go with the Colts. The injuries have finally fallen on Indianapolis' side. Jaguars, look, they look like one of the picks that Hammer would make, but they're playing another crappy team. They're better. Oh, the Saints.
Here we go.
Saints. This is a big game.
Do you want to put your hard-earned money on Jameis Winston?
And I was wrong. It's not in Tampa. Another reason why I like the Saints. The Vikings, the Patriots, both are smart defensive coaches that will keep the spread close, especially in that game. I really like the Vikings. I think the Cowboys fall apart today.
All right, so I've got producers yelling in my ear, we have to get McKinzie back on the screen.
Oh, okay.
We're losing viewers by the minute because McKinzie's not here. We're going to bring her in. She's got the Mick pick, which, by the way, she's been rolling on.
They are.
She's been nailing these picks. She is coming up next. We'll wrap up the big show. Do not go anywhere. This is All Indiana Bets.
All Indiana Bets, presented for the people, powered by Caesars Sportsbook. Run for the money, brought to you by Indiana Grand Racing and Casino.
NFL Week 8 is upon us. Let's take a look at the Sunday night matchup. The Dallas Cowboys at the Minnesota Vikings. Dallas 5-1, Minnesota 3-3. Dallas has won 5 straight. There was news on the day that I recorded this segment that Dak Prescott might not play, so the spread has gone from Dallas being a slight favorite to being a 2.5-point underdog. And Dallas, you know, they're good. It's a great story. America's team is back. They're doing great, but they haven't really beaten too much in the last few weeks. Philly, Carolina, the New York Giants, and at New England. Now, Minnesota is 3-3, and they're coming off a bye week just like Dallas, but they've lost to some good teams this year. Cincinnati, Arizona, and Cleveland. But, you know, with the Minnesota Vikings, they go as Kirk Cousins goes. And he's actually having a pretty good year this year. 13 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, been averaging almost 300 yards passing. So they're a little bit more balanced. It used to be just Thielen and Jefferson. Now they added a second-year receiver by the name of KJ Osborne, who kind of is the X factor. He's had some good games this year and makes them a really balanced offense. Of course, they got the great Dalvin Cook as their premier running back. So I like the Vikings minus the 2.5. Even if it goes up to 3, I still like them if Prescott's not playing. Before I let you go, don't forget to download the Caesars Sports app on your phone for a risk-free bet of up to $5,000 for new customers. Now back to McKinzie, the Hammer, and Scott.
Ooh, all right, Bill, thank you so much. You've heard all the picks from Bill. We got Hammer and Scott. Now it's time for the infamous Mick pick. Super pumped about this. Dollies too. All right,
Get it, Dolly.
I like the Jags +4 against the Seahawks today. I just think that these two teams are trending in opposite directions. Seahawks still playing with a backup QB. They haven't looked very good doing it over the last couple of weeks. So I think Jags coming off a win and a bye. So I'm going to take
Dolly, after that pick,
plus the points.
Don't hang out at any Columbus bars. Okay, go
How'd
ahead.
you know my plans after the show?
So it is Halloween, right? Quick question to round out the show. What's the worst thing you ever got in your trick-or-treat bag as a kid?
A bag of pennies.
That's awful.
That's the worst.
Necco wafers, which are worse than this.
What about you?
A piece of toast. Dry, nasty toast from some woman's old hand.
She's like, now hold out your hands.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Yes, hey.
Kickoff is next.
Happy Halloween.
May the odds be ever in your favor. Good luck, everybody.
Make some money, sugar.